Right, so I've just watched a video on YouTube of Ed Pratt doing his video from Fremantle in Perth, Western Australia, all the way over to Sydney in, I think it was in 96 days. And I've been watching some of his videos as of late, the more adventure sort of stuff. And the realisation hit me today after watching this whole series on the Australian part, and it made me remember why I done this. You know, I'm taking this huge risk, and when I was in Australia I said to myself, I need a challenge. You know, after having the injury where I broke my back, then I went through the stage of where I was going to commit suicide, and then I got help. Then I had a period where I was getting really bad pain in my legs and my back and everything, and then
So the steps are quite small, but as soon as they start to go big, I'm turning back, because I can't lift my legs higher than that point. I can't lift my legs higher than that. I can only lift so high because of the back. Oh, so painful. If it wasn't for the pain, I would be able to push through, just push through the mental strength and push through. Well, I've got some news for everyone. Oh, boy, look at this. The summit of Bluff Knoll, I made it. I'm in so much pain. I can barely walk. I walk like an old man, probably a 90-year-old man, maybe a 100-year-old man, but I made it. That is brilliant. Oh. I just wanted to share with you what I'm actually carrying in my bag up here. So this is everything. This is all the stuff I'm carrying in my bag. I didn't really need the Canon. I took it, actually, no, I lie. I used the Canon when I was walking up, and then I also used the Hasselblad. I took the drone up, I'm thinking that I was going to fly up here, but I'm not. It's too risky, and I've got the shots without a drone anyway. So yeah, I'm just going to have a quick break, rest for maybe 10 minutes, sit down.
went to multiple doctors, and they said it's just a result of your fall, just keep pushing on and doing more and more. I kept doing more and more, and I kept getting worse and worse, and then I found out I had a bulging disc in my lower back, pushing my left nerve in my back, in my spine. I ended up getting a cortisone injection for that. That ended up getting done badly, and for, what was it, 7 or 8 months, I was from the neck down sort of paralysed in some sense, where I was having to rely on wheelchairs, Zim frames, crutches and everything, and I wasn't sure how far I could walk. I thought I could walk maybe 200 metres, and then after a period of time I would lose that mobility to walk. I knew at that point that I wanted to do something. I wanted to challenge myself, and I was at the point where I want a real challenge. So during that, over those years as well, I was getting away. It was actually during COVID I started getting away. I bought myself a rooftop tent, and I started heading out. Go up in the tent here. So let's go up into the tent. By the way, a kangaroo just turned up. So let's go up inside. So nice little ladder to get you in. And then up inside is really nice and cosy. And I started heading out into the wheat belt, travelling down south, going up north, and really sort of exploring and doing solo travels. And a lot of people say when it comes to solo travelling, it's so scary and so risky, and what if things go wrong? Well, things do go wrong, and you just deal with it. And I knew that before I came here to England, that I wanted to do something bigger. You know, I was tired of where I was. I wanted to really challenge myself, but I was just trying to think, what do I do? You know, so I was thinking, right, I'll go to Tasmania, I'll drive over, build up my car, make sure it's suitable for travel and stuff. But by that sort of point, my car was getting on a bit. There were parts that were going to fail, that were going to be expensive, and could leave me stranded at times, even beyond things that I could repair, and it would probably just write off the vehicle anyway. So I was thinking about doing that. I was going to go to Tasmania, then I was going to go maybe Sydney, go a bit further north, and then drive back. And that was going to last me probably about 6 months or so. Work-wise, I was hoping to just make some money from my YouTube channels and maybe sell some prints, do some work along the way, you know, where I'm staying and stuff. And then I decided, well, why don't I go to England? You know, why don't I go over there for a couple of months? I started looking into it. It was getting expensive, you know, looking into short-term accommodation. It was going to be about £7,000 or £8,000 a month. And I was just going, this is ridiculous, this is so costly. And so I'm thinking, what about renting? Why don't I rent? And then I start looking into that and go, oh, this is actually a bit more reasonable. Then I somehow came about, well, why don't I just move back? I've always wanted to go back, why not move back? And now I'm here. Well, we're approaching New Year's very soon. It's the 27th of December. I've been in hotel accommodation now for over 3 months, which is just ridiculous. By the time I hopefully get my new place, then it would have been 4 months in hotel living, which is very restrictive. It's been very hard on me, but today is just, after watching Ed's videos, made me realise I'm doing this for an adventure. You know, I'm doing this for a challenge. I knew it was going to be difficult. It is definitely difficult. I'm facing a lot of challenges on my own. You know, I'm doing this solo. I'm not with anyone. I've left my family, I've left my friends, mostly in Australia. The reason why I say mostly, I've got some family here in England, but a lot of them I've grown distant from. Some of them I don't want to have any dealings with because they're just trouble. And then I've also got my lovely auntie in London with her partner, and yeah, I moved back for them as well. Yeah, I've got some of the family down in Eastbourne and stuff, but yeah, I don't really want to see them anymore. It's just negative. But I've also wanted to catch up with my cousin as well, which I did. I ended up going to Chatham, I think it was, and that was a wonderful experience. I really enjoyed that one. So yeah. And that's what it's all about, and also meeting people. And I've met so many amazing and wonderful people since getting back here. And, you know, the stories you hear and the stories I share, it's just unbelievable. And, you know, I might be living it kind of rough at the way. You know, I'm not staying in hostels sort of rough, but no, I'm not eating the best at the moment. I'm, you know, the way I wash my clothes. I was just using, hang on, where is the little thing? I think I put it away. But I want to do a video on this in the future in greater detail. But I've been using these, the Sea to Summit laundry wash leaves. I've gone through all of them now. I'm down to the instructions in here. But these have been working an absolute treat. This is how I've been washing all my clothes. And now I'm using laundry detergent. But this is how I do it. I've got my tripod here. I've got my coat. I've got the coat hangers, and I wash my underwear. I wash my socks, jeans, jumpers, shirts, hat, flat cap, and yeah, that's how I do it all. And if I look at the costs on like the piece of the paper for the hotels that they charge, I'm saving myself an absolute fortune. I'm saving myself hundreds of pounds doing it myself. I'm currently washing my bedding as well. I bought myself an electric blanket, and this is how I've been doing it all. I've been doing it in hotel sinks. Some hotels haven't been the best. This one is a bit shallow, water gets everywhere, so I'm just having to mop it up using the towel down here. But this is how I do it, and what I'm doing is I bought from the local shops. This was about, I think about £1.50 for laundry liquid. And then just to make it smell nice, because it's always nice to have a bit of a nice scent to the clothes, I bought this as well, a bit of comfort conditioner, and is it conditioner? Fabric softener. So I bought some of that, and that just makes it smell really nice and a bit more homely. Otherwise it just doesn't smell of much at all, and that is what I want. But yeah, it's just also nice to spend money on more like healthcare sort of things. So the areas where I've been going cheap, like where I am now, and eating out, I very rarely eat out. I try and minimise that cost as much as possible, otherwise it just gets too expensive. But I've been buying this stuff, Percy Nobleman, for my beard and my hygiene stuff. It's a little bit more expensive, but I find it just goes it actually lasts longer, and I really like using this stuff. So, and it puts me in a nice mood as well. But yeah, but to dry my clothes as well. So I've got my tripod here. So this is how I've actually been doing it for the whole time. I've been using my tripod. I've always been doing. This is a new way I've been adapting because of the hangers. I've got it rested in the ball head there, and then I've just got other hangers just spread out around the tripod. But I've also got my little fan heater here that I bought. Now I was expecting when I, came to came to England, that I'd have every hotel would have radiators. And my plan was to hang my clothes on the radiators using hangers and dry my clothes that way. But I've only had a working radiator in one hotel for one night. Every other place, it's been heaters. It's been the reverse cycle units. So these things here, don't know if it will show. So yeah, these sort of units. And then you've got the vent up there that blows in the hot air or cold air, whatever setting you've got it on, and that's how I've been drying my clothes. The air isn't as fresh as I'd like. I'd love to be able to open a window. There's only been a few hotels where I've been able to open a window. This one I can't. I got here on the 30th of November, and I'm here until the 10th of January. So a long time. And I'm just going a bit stir crazy, to be honest. But I don't know how people done it during COVID. When people were locked down in hotels for 2 or 3 weeks, when they were doing isolation. I go nuts after 2 days. I can't imagine what it would be like, after 2 weeks. But yeah, what I need to remember is I'm doing this not just to move here, but it's also for the adventure and the startups and to challenge myself. This is definitely challenging me. It's pushing me to the breaking point, and then I've got to get through that breaking point and just soldier on. I've got currently dealing with I'm pretty sure I did have an ear infection in my left ear, and when I was clearing that all out and trying to make it feel better as well, I was going back to home remedies and stuff. So I was using salt water. So I mixed up a batch of salt. I put some salt into a cup, put some water, mixed it up, and then I've got this little squirty pumpy thing. I was pumping it into my ear, but I forgot to wash it out one night, and then I woke up the next morning, my ear was really pounding. It was really painful, because the night before I was actually feeling a lot better, and then I'd done that, and then I slept on it, and then the next morning it was just really painful. And now when I put my ear, I was putting cotton buds into my ear, just trying to wipe it down and using moisturiser and stuff, just kind of soften that, just trying to give it some, just soothe the area. It wasn't until yesterday I realised that I've got a flap of skin, so I've actually stripped a layer of skin in my ear canal, and anytime I put a cotton bud near that, it just causes a little rip, and then my ear just goes really mental again. So I've been down to the shops today and I got myself some other stuff, some ear ointments to just soften it, and that's in there, but it's sort of made that ear not very good at hearing. So right now I can just feel like a hum when I'm talking, and when I'm listening to things and watching things, it just sounds really odd. And when I'm out in public and people are talking to me, this ear doesn't work too well. This is normally my better ear, this one is not as good. So it just really muted. I'm going, okay, I'm really struggling to hear at the moment. But I'd much rather be where I am now than where I was before. At least now I'm on the road. I'm on the journey to where I want to be. I wouldn't want to redo everything that I've just done. But but it is hard, and the hardest thing is doing it on your own. But I do feel that having a camera and being able to connect to people online, doing what I'm doing, has really helped me. It's been a huge help. If I didn't have this, and I wasn't able to talk to a camera, or didn't really think about talking to a camera, and sharing it, then I think I probably would have given up ages ago. But this thing is just so helpful, But I always make myself a cup of tea, But that was, I started making that 18 minutes ago, and I doubt the cup is hot. Oh, it's still quite hot. I might be able to use that. But yeah, it's got a bit of scum in there. But I like my tea nice and strong, and I think that's going to be perfect. It'll be really, really nice. 18-minute brew time, or 19 minutes. But yeah, but having to live in a room like this, you know, where it's not, you can't really get anything really organised. I've got my bags down here with all my storage. I've been buying some stuff for the house as well, which I'm hoping to move in on the 10th of January, or that's when I'm getting the keys. It's just a little bit, it's very vague here when it comes to looking for, when it comes to dealing with the agents, at least the agent I'm dealing with. It's a little bit vague and not certain what's going on. I think it's just inexperience on their part and not really knowing how to deal with people, and it's not their fault. It's just time. Once they, you know, get older, get more experience, then they'll know how to deal with people, talk to people, and yeah, because there's grey areas when it comes to, you know, telling people what they're going to have or what they can't have. Hospitality, business and stuff, there's little grey areas where you can use to just, you know, put people at ease, and that's what I need. I need to be put at ease. At the moment I'm just on the edge, and anytime I ask anything, I get hit with no real response back. But yeah, anyway, so I've got my stuff down there, got another suitcase here with belongings. I feel like I've got a ton of stuff, because when I left Australia I just had a backpack and I had a little suitcase. Now I've got a medium-sized suitcase, a large suitcase, and 2 bags, possibly 3 bags. But yeah, I've got myself an inflatable mattress now as well. So when I get into the, when I go to the house, I can sleep on this guy, and the thing that is lying in the kitchen, not the kitchen sink. Well, there's a kitchen sink to me actually. Lying in here, that's going to be my mattress. That's going to be my quilt, and it's only a thin little thing, but because it's electric, I can have it on during the night as well. But it turns off after 4 hours. But yeah, this is me. This is my quarters. I don't actually think I've shown you this. But yeah, I can't wait until this part ends. I get the house, I get everything set up, and the real adventure starts. It's been an adventure already, but it's been a bit slow. You know, it feels like, if we're looking at a graph, it feels like we left Australia here, a bit shot up, and then it's just been just a gradual line to this point, and then once I get the house, then it's just going to go right up, and then it's just going to peak and peak and peak from there on, because that's what I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to keep striving for that. It feels great to be able to talk to a camera, and then I edit it, share it online, and able to connect with other people. But yeah, I needed a place like this, you know, for what, from the 20th, almost 6 weeks staying in this hotel. It's a base where I can just branch out of and just stay settled in one place. But I just really want to get moving. I want to keep moving to different places, but with that comes with its own struggles. But yeah, I think I'm actually going to remake my cup of tea. It's going to be ridiculous, and then I'm going to get my clothes and I'm going to hang them around somewhere else, and then get my bed sheet or my quilt thing, my electric one, and then hang that up and wring it out as much as I possibly can. It tells me I can't stretch it because of the wires, otherwise they'll snap. So I've got to wring it out, but I can't wring it out too much. But yeah, it'll dry quickly anyway. It's polyester. But yeah, I feel good for making this video. Yeah, this is an adventure, and yeah, I just lost sight of that, to be honest. I really did, which is understandable considering when I was in Australia I thought it was going to take me about a month and a half to get a place. I didn't realise it was going to take me almost 4 months to get a place, but that's down to me mostly. It is mostly down to me. I'm trying to think of anything else, but there isn't. It's me, inexperience, and not knowing, and just researching as well. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Okay, bye for now. and take care, everyone.